It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all to Accra and to the official launch of Afrobarometer's Flagship Report that focuses on democracy and governance on the continent. This report is the first in a series of high reports that we would produce annually on high-impact policy topics on the continent. And as you know, Afrobarometer covers a wide range of topics. The maiden report dedicated to democracy and governance because that is our the core of Afrobarometer's work, looking at how democracy evolves on the continent. And for subsequent years, we'll begin to think about different topics that we will cover going forward. Some of the topics under consideration will be something like climate change, gender and inclusion, and then many others, children and child welfare, and the like. And so we would be releasing a report similar to the one we're releasing today every year around this time of the year. This year is particularly special because Afrobarometer turns 25 since our founding. So on July 5, 1999, the surveys in Ghana kicked off as one of the first countries to be in the field. And then since then, we started with the first round of the surveys in 12 countries and has since grown up to 40 plus countries today. Our hope is that we'll cover up to 42 countries this time around, and the surveys have just kicked off at the moment. 2 weeks ago, exactly on July 5, we launched the Afrobarometer's Founders Day. And for those of you who know, there were 3 co-founders in 1999, Professors Jima Boadi, Michael Bratton, who are here with us today, and Professor Robert Mattis, who is not here today. We are grateful to all of you joining us today. We extended invitations, and we are happy that you've joined us today. Your presence certainly reflects the extent of commitment and solidarity that we hope to build on the continent in pursuit of our shared goal of making governance and government work for everybody. What started as an academic project in 1999 has morphed into one of the most influential and independent research projects on the continent. At its conception in the late 1990s, the idea of polling African citizens seemed ridiculous. It did not even feel like something that can be done. But of course, due to the perseverance of the 3 co-founders and the resilience of the 12 initial national partners, we pulled it off and proved the critics wrong. Due to their can-do spirit, we continue to grow Afrobarometer across the continent. To let the people have a say, which is our tagline, was the driving force behind Afrobarometer's creation 25 years ago. And looking back, there is ample evidence that the network has delivered effectively on the objective. With surveys conducted in 42 countries, the data from Afrobarometer now represents the views of 3/4 of the African population. The volume, quality, variety of the evidence generated and the distribution and use of these insights have expanded enormously during this period, giving voice to ordinary Africans in public policy and decision-making, which is the core business of Afrobarometer. Now incorporated as an independent entity in Ghana, Afrobarometer has gained global attention as the go-to source for high-quality data on what Africans are thinking. It is gratifying to witness the consistent and growing use of Afrobarometer data by various actors, including government, civil society actors, the media, students, scholars, all over the globe. Of course, Afrobarometer's data has been used extensively by various governance measures, including the Ibrahim Index of African Governance, the World Bank Worldwide Governance Indicators, as well as continental projects like the Africa Peer Review Mechanism. And we are proud that we are able to contribute to all of these efforts. Additionally, our methodology for survey research on the continent has become the go-to methodology for researchers on the continent. And this has been one of the biggest contributions of Afrobarometer to survey research on the continent, to understanding the politics and governance and societies and cultures of Africa. We are grateful to the government of Ghana for agreeing to host Afrobarometer here as the headquarters. Okay, from our home base here in Ghana, we hope to be able to contribute to the government of Ghana's efforts to foster regional and continental integration. We are also grateful to the large and growing number of governments on the continent who continue to give us green light to conduct these surveys. Surveys that sometimes ask questions that are critical of government and responses that can be unpalatable to governments. But we feel honored that they continue to allow us to do these surveys because they see value in listening to what their citizens have to say. And we are grateful to the governments who have allowed us to do so much. Our deepest gratitude and respect, of course, goes to our three founders who, through their dream, has made this project possible today. The management and staff of our core and national partners, especially the initial 12 countries who started this project off, we are really grateful to you for the resilience and the shared vision you had with the co-founders at the beginning. Many other continental bodies, especially within the African Union, especially the Political Affairs, Peace and Security Department, the African Governance Architecture, the Office of the Youth Ambassador, the Africa Peer Review Mechanism, the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council, ECOSOC, and many others within the African Union have been proven to be excellent collaborators, and we are grateful for that. As we take stock and celebrate our achievements, we must underscore the enormous support of our funding partners who have allowed Afrobarometer to thrive to date. Your continued support and confidence has allowed us to make Afrobarometer data available freely to the world, and that has contributed a lot to informing decisions, and so we are grateful to our funders. Of course, the support has also allowed us to fill a critical gap. Data gaps on the continent is a major issue, but Afrobarometer's data has helped to fill that critical gap of knowing what citizens think, what they prioritize, and what they hope for, and we are grateful to our funders for that. Let me take the opportunity to appeal to those out there who see value in our work and would like to support us. We would warmly welcome you to the fold of our funding partners. Your generous support, of course, will go a long way to amplifying the voices of our ordinary Africans on the continent. I also want to indicate here that we encourage individual donations as well. Individuals, however small the amount is, whether it is $5 or $10, you can donate that on our website in any currency of your choice. It doesn't have to be a US dollar denominated. So we welcome that, and probably next 25 years we'll be celebrating Afrobarometer and recognizing the individuals who have made our contribution to Afrobarometer and allowing it to thrive. And finally, to the staff of Afrobarometer, this all couldn't have been possible without them. The meticulous and resilient surveys team, the methodical and unrelenting analysis and capacity building team, the forward-thinking and responsive members of the publications team, the fast and furious but compassionate communications team, the detail-oriented and patient data team, the diligent, empathetic, and supportive secretariat team. All of these folks are the ones that make Afrobarometer what it is today. I'm really, truly grateful to them. I often say that they make work at where I sit unbearably easy, and so really grateful to them because they carry everything. Thank you so much. I think they deserve that. So it is with great pride that we mark this 25th anniversary by dedicating the first flagship report to examining the trends and evaluations of Africa's democratic experiments. We hope that readers will find the insights presented in this report, and of course the conversation that will take place here by our panelists compelling and enlightening.